This is an example of simplifying a complex fraction. I'm going to do it extremely long-handed, but a lot of this you probably could do in your head. Um, Whenever you see a complex fraction, the best thing to do is to multiply the entire top and the entire bottom by the common denominator of every fraction you see here. So the top gives you a denominator of x minus 1, and the bottom gives you a denominator of x plus 1. So we're going to multiply the entire top and the entire bottom by their combined common denominator, which would be x minus 1 and x plus 1. So I'm going to multiply the entire top and the entire bottom. This is legal because you're multiplying the top and bottom of a fraction by the same thing. Technically, when you divide them by each other, they become 1, and you're not changing anything about the fraction. Now, the trick here is we're going to have to distribute this common denominator, both top and bottom. They have to hit both or all terms that are contained within. Alright, so this top piece, you're going to still have your 2 over x minus 1, but now it's going to be multiplied by this x minus 1, x plus 1. And I'll put it over 1 to make it a fraction. Alright, and then we have this plus sign. And this is the step I would highly suggest you do in your head. And we're going to multiply 1 by x minus 1, oops, and x plus 1. And I'll put that over 1 too. So that would be the numerator part of it. All over, and the 1 here is going to get multiplied by this x plus 1, x minus 1, or x minus 1, x plus 1. And we have a minus sign here. We've got to be really careful with minuses. Usually I suggest putting a parentheses here just to be safe. And then we have this 3 over x plus 1. And we're going to multiply this by that common denominator of x minus 1, x plus 1. Technically, everything just gets multiplied by the common denominator. Alright, and now we can start our simplification process. The product of these two fractions, there's an x minus 1 in the bottom, 1 in the top, they cancel out. And all we're left with is, let me write it over here, 2 times x plus 1. And here in this second part, there's nothing that we cancel, so we're left with x minus 1 times x plus 1. So that'd be plus x minus 1 x minus 1 times x plus 1. All over. Alright, this bottom part, we're going to just get 1 times x minus 1, x plus 1. So here we'll get x minus 1, x plus 1, minus, I'm going to put that parentheses in there. What's going to cancel here are the x plus 1's, 1 on the bottom, 1 on the top, and we're left with 3 times x minus 1. 3 times x minus 1. And the next step, all we have to do is simplify the numerator and the denominator. Alright, so here we're going to distribute to get rid of the parentheses, and we'll have 2x plus 2 plus, and since it's a positive, I'm not going to worry about parentheses. We're going to multiply x minus 1 and x plus 1, which should be the familiar x squared minus 1, the difference of perfect squares. All over, and again, we're going to get that x squared minus 1. Here, we're going to have to be really careful. This negative can be attached to that 3. Or you can distribute the 3 out and then distribute the negative. I think I'll do that to be safer. 3x minus 3. Alright. I'm just going to simplify the bottom real quick in a different color. So this is x squared minus 1 minus 3x plus 3. Alright, and then to finally get our solution, we're going to have x squared plus 2x, and then we have this plus 2 minus 1, which will give us a plus 1, all over, and then combine like terms down here, we're going to have this x squared minus that 3x, and then minus 1 plus 3 will leave us with a plus 2. And this is our simplification of that complex fraction.